You're gonna tell me how to do the list?
Eat a burger.
Eat a
and
burger.
Put
You
it to rest.
Do it.
Now we know. Daddy's at the law firm until 8 hours, and Davey's watching XXX down in the fucking basement.
Get that out of my face.
But you punch the burger?
I'm gonna throw it.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes.
Yeah, we changed it. We're back up.
Come on. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. We've seen him in 2 places.
All right, Tuesday, November 14th, live from Chicago, Champions Classic in town. First big night of college basketball. That's one of the big points. If you want to touch in, give me your picks. Let me know which way you're going. I'll tell you right now, here's where I'm at, okay? DeJuan Harris, over 7.5 points. DeJuan Harris, over 5.5 assists. Kansas to win. I think it's like 4-1, close to 4-1. Very, very nice. I think Calipari has done horrifically in this event. Michigan State has done pretty bad in this event as well. But they are desperate off that loss of Michigan State. That's going to be the compelling one in the first game. It's interesting Duke's not going second. It's very interesting Duke's not going second. But I do lean Duke in the first one, kind of like Filipikowski, over 18.5 points. If you're going to parlay that with Duke straight up on the money line, I'm going that way. But I like Kansas in that parlay. DeJuan Harris, I'm telling you, if you're a diehard out there, he might be the best point guard in the country, or at least one of my favorites to watch. I know Kolek is unbelievable. They got a million other guys out there. DeJuan Harris has done some stuff on the court that I just think is unbelievable. Both ends of the court. I watched him in Maui last year take a charge, or Paradise Jam, whatever it was. Get a steal in the corner, go down, make a sick pass, come back, draw a charge. He is a two-way player in every sense of the word. He's unbelievable. I really like DeJuan Harris. I really like Kansas. I think he's got the motor that gets him going. I think he finds Dickinson. We're all in on DeJuan Harris tonight. He's one of the best guys to watch.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Bosco. But did you say the first big night of college basketball?
The first loaded slate, yeah. Friday was okay, but Friday doesn't compare to what this is.
Oh, I think Friday was loaded. I mean,
I don't know.
Champions Classic, is that what all we're going off of? Or
all right, Friday, all right, so Friday, what were the 3 big ones that you would have put your hat on? You would have had Wisconsin, Tennessee,
yes,
Arizona, Duke, and what else? Because tonight, both Champions Classic and Illinois Marquette.
And Wisco, Providence. But on Friday, I'd make the healthy debate that you had Texas A&M, Ohio State. You had your Davidson against Maryland, which is a big game. Virginia, Florida. Arizona, Duke. San Diego State, BYU. Northwestern, Dayton for me.
I knew.
Like, Duke, Arizona, to me, outweighs.
How can you say Arizona State or Arizona Duke outweighs everything when you have Duke tonight in a doubleheader?
Yeah, I think there was just, I guess like my point was Friday there was a lot of good games. Tonight you got like 2 great games.
Oh, they buried it all on a Friday night.
All right, healthy debate. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. They did bury it on a Friday night.
They buried it on a Friday night.
This is a great watching night.
Real good watching night, for sure.
Debate, Dukes, weren't you at a dinner party on Friday night?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Oh, dude. Just watching on YouTube TV, but. Yeah, Bosco, you hear about this healthy debate?
No, what do you got?
Are you allowed to watch at an intimate dinner party? Are you allowed to watch like four boyfriends, 4 girlfriends? Can you watch games on your phone?
Well, the trick is you got to weasel your way out of dinner parties.
Healthy debate. Though. Yeah, healthy debate. As an Albos guy, this is a birthday party for the best friend. It was a big time Alblo.
All right, fair enough.
But I will confirm I was the asshole on YouTube TV watching games.
But let me tell you something. Not leaving the house is the best thing in the world. It's great.
Yeah, I can't wait to be like 37 and just plant my ass on the couch. Talk about DJs in my 20s.
It's not a bad life.
It doesn't sound bad at all.
Go make a sandwich. I get my fucking watching sweatpants. all my stains. I get a towel. I order some wings. It's nice. Load up ginger ales in the wintertime. It's nice. It's nice. Nice little day. And then, all right. So, all right. We're probably going to spend the most time on the third story, which is actually the first story based on last night. But Jetski, pull up this. You did it. Jetski does a good job finding these stories that can turn into two different sides of an argument. So pull this up to me. This guy gets nailed for 6 years. He wasn't necessarily a woman. She wasn't necessarily a wedding crasher. She was robbing the weddings, like taking the gifts.
Yeah. So John Rich wrote a blog. She had a 6-year crime spree where she was crashing weddings and then, grabbing the takes. So taking out all the cards and the gifts, and it seemed like she had quite the racket going, but a Mississippi police force was able to nab her.
See, so how does this happen? How do you everywhere I go, it's got to be down south weddings, like the car, or I don't know, but everywhere we go is a big box, and you slip the box in, or sometimes it's like extravagant. You've been to a wedding like that? You slip the thing in the box. There's a whole. So would she take the box without anybody looking?
So I'm gonna scroll down a little bit.
That says somebody who works in the
So right here it says when she was caught, Henson was caught eating a piece of cake by the bride's sister before she handed over $200 she stole when family members threatened her. So yeah, she was going right into the cash box or going right into where the cards were and just having at it, and also having at it with the food. And I guess because she's like an older...
we got a major problem. Scroll back down.
Okay.
John,
6 years of stealing $40 envelopes.
Yeah, hold on. But flew too close to the sun after 6 years of stealing $40 envelopes and Pottery Barn appliances gifted to the newlyweds. That is healthy debate. Those are some shitty wedding gifts.
For sure, but I guess if you
add up,
like she had quite the bag.
Yeah, I know. But $40 envelopes, holy shit. Maybe, and that's John Rich's writing. Does he think that's what a standard wedding gift is? $40?
I don't know if that's
that doesn't buy you
from. Yeah, he did write that, so that might be a John Rich issue because I don't know. Obviously, the stuff that's lifted from another publication is in italics, but
yeah, once you leave New York, holy shit.
Mississippi though, Mississippi wedding, $40 might go a long way.
So the other element to this is this, right? And you could call in, you can debate me on this one. Is going to a wedding you don't know anybody that much fun?
I don't think that it could be.
I don't think so. I think if you go with a date and you want to make friends, like you talk to people. I think the whole wedding crashing thing, unless you're a single guy trying to get laid, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I'm a fan.
Have you ever crashed a wedding though?
No, but I've been to going to a wedding. The idea of going to a party where you don't know anybody,
crashing a wedding, like you are not invited, and you show up at the Hilton on Long Island, and you just walk in, and it's the Abramowitz family, and you're like, "What's up?" That's not as fun. Go to a wedding with your boys. You're all in suits. Everybody's pre-gaming. Who's this? Whatever. Breaking chops. Like, that's a lot of fun. Go to a wedding you don't know anybody. I don't know if wedding crash is that
wedding
cool.
crashers romanticize it a little bit, I think, more than it should have been, because there's no way that you can even pull like that because once you get past second question and it's, who do you know, whose cousin are you, things are gonna get fishy. They obviously did a good job.
That's where if I was on a +1 to a wedding and I didn't know anybody there, I have a very fun time meeting new people, socializing, partying with them. I can do all that. I love that. Crashing a wedding is way different because you can't go to that next level talking to somebody, socializing with them, like exactly what you said. Yeah. Third question, they catch you.
The other thing is, where do you sit? Yeah, where do you sit?
Yeah, you got to stand in the back when you really wedding crash.
Wow, yeah, they didn't even go into that in wedding crashers. There's obviously a seating chart and everyone's name, at least now, everyone's name is written down, on a fucking banner before you walk in. How do you sit? What are you going to do? Just pull up a chair at a table and say they forgot you?
I think what you said is spot on. They romanticize it. It's very hard to do. I don't think it really can be done. So, but all right, let's now get to the biggest story of the night. The fucking Buffalo Bills, man.
Whoa.
So everybody's like, oh, you bet the money line. I'll be honest. I knew that the game was going to be a sweat, so I didn't bet it. I had them in Survivor, which is basically like a massive, massive future. Maybe the biggest future of my life ever. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Ever. And I knew it. Once Sunday went kind of as predicted, there were really no upsets. Like the Falcons lost, knocked out like 4 people. The Cowboys roll. The Bengals lose. That was like a trendy one. But every week there's usually like 2 or 3. So the Bills, I was like, we're in trouble. Right from the get-go, from the game, when they fumble the first drive, you're like, this is it. We're fucked. I know it's fucked. I know it's fucked. There's so many levels to that sequence last night. First off, I shouldn't have said what I said about Sean McDermott. That is in the moment. I obviously hope he's safe and sound, okay? Everyone knows that. We all say things we don't mean. I want that on the record. They were the ones on defense. You didn't have to make a change. The chances of you blocking a field goal are probably slim to none anyway. Just put the 11 guys out there and have one guy like line them up. You don't need to. The fact that they had 12 guys is inexcusable. Special teams guys should be fired. McDermott should be like the whole fucking thing is just insane. And then you got Frank laughing on his goddamn birthday, and I can't say anything. Like the whole, it's just the Bills. When we've said it, I said it early. Keep worrying about the Bills window, the Bills window, the Bills window. Done. They are done. I think you keep Allen and you revamp kind of everything around them and figure it out. Like trade for a couple of picks. They might be bad for 2 years. He's going to have to suffer through that and then figure it out. Like go get a high pick, trade up, trade assets. The Bills are done. And that division, I think the Patriots stink. And we don't know what's going on with Rodgers. But it's hard to admit of closing that window because it's them and the Dolphins right there for that division, which gets you a home playoff game. So, like, I guess if I'm a Buffalo fan, I'm like, how can you possibly say the window's closing? And how can you say – but they're never going to win a Super Bowl. So, it's kind of like hedge your bets. And shit like that, you know, they got close. They kept getting close. They can't beat the Chiefs. Now it's this complete drop down. Like, they're less than 500 or they're a 500 team. This is now the beginning of the snowball that what's next? They missed the playoffs this year. Is Allen that good? He's a turnover machine. Would somebody try to trade him? Would you maybe trade him to the Giants for a haul? Like then you reamp. It's a high draft.
You see what Trayvon Diggs tweeted?
What did Trayvon Diggs
tweet? He said 14's got to get out of there.
He also said that Josh Allen wasn't any good or didn't get good until Stephon got there.
Yeah, it's a tough scenario. Like the Bills are that close, and you got a quarterback who's above average in the NFL, which makes you good. But man, they lose games that they fucking can't figure out. That sequence last night was one of the worst losses, I think, in NFL history. Like, forget that I had him Survivor. Just the way to lose that game is pretty bad. And of course, they didn't even run a play on pass interference. They just threw it up and ran a pass interference play. It was so frustrating to watch. It was fucking brutal. And then they miss it. The whole fucking thing is brutal. So that's the first quarter. We got Spider coming up in the second half. We'll get some calls.
Bosco.
Weigh in on different things you got, and let's get into it.
Phil's got something for you.
I got some. So thinking it over, do you have any? Who would you have picked if you didn't have the Bills in Survivor?
Nobody.
That's your pick?
That's the part. That's the worst part is you have to take the Bills. And so when you're in that situation, you really have nobody else because the pool already had double pick weeks. So like,
so you already had the Cowboys burned. You had the Browns burned.
Yeah. Who'd the Browns have?
Oh, they had the Ravens, but like, you had the Cowboys burned.
Yeah, I could have maybe talked myself into the Steelers, but I would have hated that. Maybe if you got crazy, you could have taken the Bears on Thursday night. But like Phil, all of those want to make me puke.
No, I agree.
I'd rather puke with a 7-point favorite for a desperate team and a team I thought was good. Yeah. So that's what makes it the worst. I've lost in the craziest ways ever. It just sucks. Oh. And you knew the sucky part is you knew right away. You're like, we're in for a fucking war. This sucks. So it is what it is. Second quarter. All right, Dukes, load him up.
Brad, Ohio.
We shouldn't be talking this much, too. But the show
Rico, I called in last week about C.J. Stroud's value, and that morphed into the would you rather have C.J. Stroud or would you rather have Josh Allen? One, I'm wondering where Marty Mush is today. He was very, very, very on the
Central-
Allen side. He's been very quiet today.
I was in the air. Sorry to talk over you. I know the control room hates that. Sorry. But yes, credit to me. I don't think I've ever – listen, it's early and it's been one game and we're overreacting. But right now, man, you got to be crazy to be like, I want Josh Allen instead of C.J. Stroud. Even more so for the just allure of C.J. Stroud. Like he's this nice, shiny toy. You haven't even seen what he can really do. Like right now, he's at the top. So you could say, oh, well, he can only go down. Well, counter argument, what if he's only getting better? And this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, I don't know. I just think it's survey every team right now in the playoff hunt. Who do you think gives you a better chance to win a Super Bowl? I don't know how you don't say C.J. Stroud. Allen has been a mess. Now, maybe it's the play calling. Maybe it's his offensive line. Maybe it's his receivers. Maybe it's that his defense can't stop anybody and he's got to go score 40 to win. But, man, I C.J. Stroud, we look good on that, Brad. We look good.
Allen is like the all-star reliever that had a good year a couple of years ago, and now he's trying to just be, throw the heater by everyone. It's just a crazy risk tolerance. I'm with you. I think Stroud right now, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I kind of need Texans-Bills in the playoffs. That's
I
really.
just wonder where Marty is today. He's been awfully quiet.
No, Marty, in fairness to Marty.
He'll double down, and he'll double down, and he'll double down, and he'll double. Like, he's still in on Baker. He's still in on. You can't. It's like trying to crack a fucking safe. It's going to take years and years of evidence before he finally succumbs to what's in front of him. And that's what it is. Stroud is playing better than Josh Allen right now. It's non-debatable. It's non-fucking debatable if you have eyes and a brain.
Marty walked it back.
Did he?
Yeah, he basically said Bills suck. I think the one thing he was hanging his hat on was the fact that Josh Allen played well in the two marquee games that he lost, like I think the AFC Championship and the divisional to the Chiefs. But when you looked at his record, like 4-4, he's like, I don't know, maybe like he walked it back a shit ton today on Pick Central.
This is a bad. It might just be a bad year for Josh Allen. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he lost to a Jets team that was crippled. Aaron Rodgers ran one play and was done. You got to win that game. You got to win last night. Who else have they lost to that's been horrific?
The Patriots.
Got to win that one. That's 3 right there. So what's their record? 5-4, 4-5.
Yeah.
4-5. Is that what it is?
I know they're plus 200 to make the playoffs.
5-5. All right. So now we're talking 7-2. Like, that's not that crazy. You beat the Jets, Patriots, and fucking Denver Broncos. That's not that fucking crazy.
They also lost to the Jaguars.
That's forgivable. I'll give them that one.
There's something that I saw on my timeline today where it's like the offense, like analytically, numerically, whatever, like the numbers are behind the offense. Josh Allen has like the 4th QBR. The EPA is like 2nd in the league. It's all these numbers that like, it's like I thought that it was Dorsey's fault or like he had something to blame, but when you really look at the numbers, like it ain't that bad. It's not like he's throwing the interceptions. It's not like he's fumbling the ball. So it's a very confusing situation in Buffalo.
Allen he does have a lot of turnovers. Dorsey is also Dorsey's a nutbag. If you remember that video of him smashing the thing. So like maybe they need a more calm guy to talk to Allen. I don't know. But yeah, man, Brad, we look good on that, bro. We look good. So we'll see. I'm rooting for the Texans to steal that division. Because that kind of backs up my take of not putting Trevor Lawrence in the elite category yet, which I have nothing against Trevor Lawrence. I just said, let's wait it out a little bit longer than everybody else who seemed to crown him top of the league. So we'll see. But yeah, I need Texans, Bills in a playoff game, please.
So you're like 6-0 against the spread in takes right now.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well on that one. Usually I'm wrong, but I'm doing well. Give me 2 more for this one.
Let's go, Jack, L.A.
Yo, Bosco. I got 2 things, so I'm going to keep it quick. First one, if you think your beat last night was bad, you have no idea what mine was. I live bet Buffalo plus 582 at the timeout because of Broncos special teams problems all day. So when that field goal missed, I was freaking the fuck out. Tough one to lose. Second thing, unhealthy debate. Your producers need to get their nose back in the books and out of the bag. They're lazy. There should be timestamps on these videos. You got us waiting in there
There's
for 40
timestamps
minutes.
on every
no music
video,
playing.
you fucking idiot. What
They're
are you
not
talking about?
screening calls.
You're the one who left the
Jetsky,
voicemail about the
get your nose out
timestamps.
of the
Check
bag.
every
Get your
single
nose out
video.
of the bag.
There's
Get
timestamps,
your
you
nose out of the
idiot, you
bag.
moron. Your nose is in the bag. I'm
You're
clean,
an idiot.
baby. You're a dumbass. Timestamps on every
And
video.
Texas
Please, anyone in the
A&M,
chat.
Texas
Chat.
A&M
Jetski,
-5.5.
L or W. Check every video if there's timestamps. Every single video has timestamps.
Jetski L.
Suck me from the
Jetski
back.
L. Jetski L.
Suck me from the
Jetski L.
back.
Jetski L.
Hold on. The fucking fact that he gave a pick at the end of that is fucking wild. Like you're in a war.
They're all bringing back. They're all bringing back seniors. SMU struggling against mid. Trust me, -5.5.
I got it. I appreciate you listening. The guys back there do a hell of a lot of work. Jetski,
We're gonna screen share. We're gonna screen share right now. We're gonna screen share right now.
That's not true, Bosco. That Jetski raise should have gone to a new employee. That shouldn't have gone to him.
Oh, you're someone. Did you apply for a job and didn't get hired, pussy?
Maybe.
Oh, there we go. That's the problem. Let's look. Healthy debate. Every single video
Jack,
has timestamps. You wanna
Jack,
check it
no,
live?
wait, no, wait. Jack, no offense. I don't know if you should or shouldn't have been hired, but you really got to pay attention to detail because I just pulled up the first video and I see timestamps.
Timestamps in every video. Let's see.
Come on,
Yeah, I don't
Jack.
buy
Single
it.
live.
Peace,
Let's look.
Bosco.
Jason, can we screen share real quick?
Come on, Jack.
Let's see this one.
Let go.
Timestamps.
Timestamps.
Oh, he hung
Keep
up.
the receipts.
He
Let's
hung
check
up.
this one. Timestamps. Let's go back a week and see. Like maybe I'm lying. Let's go back. Let's see. What do you know? Timestamps. Fuck you.
Jack.
Your
Come on.
apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect was.
Can't be lying. Spider, they just went after the fucking control room.
Don't come at the boys.
Saying we don't have timestamps.
I thought he was yelling at me for no timestamps. I was like, what's a stamp? Aren't those outdated? Isn't it like in the 60s, the Pony Express?
Give me one more. We're going to halftime.
I got one for Spider when you got him in. Is he coming in soon?
Me and Spider, we're going to do a Nicky Smokes 2-on-1.
All right, because we got one for him coming up. All right, let's get B Frisky.
Hey, Rico.
What's up?
Do you mind if I bring a little bit of intellect into this conversation?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So I hate to do this to my man Ben in the chat, but here's my Bills take. Okay, I think the Bills, and this is never going to happen, but here's my take. I think the Bills are better off building around the team with a different quarterback than trying to fix Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is too concerned individually with trying to get over the Patrick Mahomes hump that he's driving the team into the ground. I mean, if you could imagine Jared Goff leading the Bills right now, where are they at? I just think if they had more of a kind of field general guy rather than just trying to make ridiculous plays all the time, they're in a much better situation.
I also still think you would get a lot of value for Josh Allen right now.
100%.
That trade, this is the time now where people are like, oh, well, it's only one bad year. You make the one trade. You make the trade now before you off of one bad year, and you're still getting a lot of value. A lot of teams have bad quarterbacks. A lot that think they have a good team around them, and if they plug in Josh Allen, they go to the Super Bowl. So I can see a lot of teams talking themselves into we can fix them, and the Bills either hit the draft high or go get a veteran like the Stafford or the Goff, like we're saying, or even try to reinvent Daniel Jones, like whatever they're going to do, and go plug a guy in. And now they have a couple of more first rounders around them, or they have a second rounder, or they have money in the free agency to go get another big time wide receiver. And now Dick is happy because they have a sick duo at wide receiver. So, I don't think that.
Second of all, keep Daniel Jones as far out of this as possible. I mean, that dude needs to just take his $40 million a year and go home. But kind of piggybacking off of yesterday's conversation, I tried to get in on the DeVito story, maybe the saddest story of this past week, just because the Giants are starting an heir to New York plumbing businesses instead of like NFL quarterbacks. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but a sad story. The best story is Mr. Aerodynamic himself, Josh Dobbs, just getting traded from team to team because he wins too much and kills their draft stock, goes to Minnesota. He's throwing the guys he's calling buddy and pal, wins 2 games, keeping the Vikings in the playoff hunt with Justin Jefferson coming back in. So just kind of hitting that, Josh Dobbs is definitely the best story this weekend.
Yeah, I think I played up the DeVito thing a little bit being a Giants homer, but man, yeah, Dobbs is I need Dobbs in a playoff game too. This kind of sucks for Kirk Cousins. Shit, Kirk Cousins goes to Buffalo. That might work. Like Minnesota seems to have fallen into this. A lot of things you could kind of unpack from that story, but yes, Dobbs, very good storyline. I am now all in on the Vikings, rooting for them. A lot of fun to watch. So that's a good call, B. First, appreciate you listening. Let's go halftime. We'll bring out Spike in a second.
Oh, they are. They're just gonna rush him on the field.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dude,
come on, fuck it up. Fuck it up.
They did
fuck it up.
They did
fuck
it
it up.
faster before.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
That's very hard. It's like he's
Fuck
got
it up.
no time to just.
No.
10.
No.
Wait, no. Relax. Don't kick it yet. We're late. Oh no! Oh my God! No! Oh my God!
Oh my God! There's no way.
They're
making the change, you fucking idiots!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Count him!
Hermit's gone. That's 12. McDermott is gone. Gone.
Frank, I don't give a shit.
I want to kill
Frank.
I want to kill. I don't think I've heard the sound come through yet. Oh my God.
Come on, you Frank's no chance. Right down fucking Broadway.
This is it.
Fucking McDermott, I'm dodging a fucking plane crash.
You know it makes me want to shout. Pick my heels up and shout. Oh no, Buffalo. Oh no, Buffalo.
Oh no, the poor.
Oh, the Bills, you choke. Boy, I love watching that, Rico.
Oh my God. How?
I think it was worse with Frank's laugh the whole time, and it was his birthday.
I mean, Frank has the most contagious laugh. No
Yeah,
man.
but
I've
that
never
was
heard
like
noise
you
before.
sound like
That
a
was
fucking
incredible.
seal. So, all right, welcome in, Spider. Spider, you said you had something off the top.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I was gonna say healthy.
You might have to talk in more.
Healthy debate. If you invite someone on the show, should you also invite them to the college basketball game this evening?
Yes. You're usually a traveling guy. If it was NASCAR, I didn't know you a college basketball guy other than Fordham.
Yeah, I love college basketball.
All right, fair enough. You're right. I owe you a big one. I owe you a big one.
Sorry. Thanks for being for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Dukes had one for you too as well, I think. Dukes, what do you got?
Well, no, it's just the callers on the back end for Spider. But Spider, I gotta say, it's pretty disrespectful of Rico. You're a St. Bonnie's guy. St. Bonnie's, Fordham. Do you represent UConn at all?
I literally have like 4 college basketball teams. I had a college basketball podcast at WFUV, the #1 college radio station in the country. So yeah, of course I'm a college basketball guy.
right.
That's literally what dictated where I went to school.
Okay.
Go Bonnies.
All right. But Fordham's back in the mix too, no?
Fordham's back in the mix, and it seems like Kyle Neptune at Nova is really the outcast because he left Fordham, and I thought we were done because he had Fordham kind of back on the up and up trajectory. And then Keith Ergo comes in, and he had arguably a more impressive year. So last year, Keith Ergo, great guy.
Neptune's a good guy, though. Me and him go way back. I saw him again this summer, ran into him. So, yeah, Nova's in trouble. So, but hey, we get to watch Max fucking crumble.
That's right.
So
That's right. Another
that's always a good
team
one.
in Pittsburgh.
It's always a good one.
It's another line.
That's always a good one. All right, give me let's take the calls with Spider. And Spider, you can weigh in as we go. Worked out for Nicky Smokes, which was an all-timer with some of the shit he said. So I think you'll be less controversial, but bring him in. What do you got?
Steve, Florida.
What do you got, Steve?
Hey, Rico. Thanks for having me. Spider, good to see you. Rico, as I'm a writer, as a man of honor. All we've got in this world is our word, especially when it comes to promises to women, to mothers that we work with. I just wanted to see your thoughts if hypothetically you promise a mother that you work with thousands of dollars, where you stand on delaying that payment and how you would go about ensuring you right that wrong.
I'm gonna use a phone a friend and call in my friend Spider for that one. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, Steve. Interesting question. I appreciate it. Thanks for your curiosity. The matter of the fact was, it took time before I was paid out, and that time has now since came and went. I did get the check in my account, and I did break bread with Megan making money. So I appreciate everyone online's concern, but me and her are both of the opinion that everything is good. So
I think they need a little more proof. Read off the routing and the account number.
Respectfully, there's too much
The
information.
check cleared. The check cleared.
The check cleared.
The check
Everyone's
cleared.
paid.
Everybody
Thanks for your
relax.
interest, Steve.
The check cleared. The guy pays his debts. All right. All right. Thanks, Steve. Next one. How's it going? You like how they do the long cons?
I do.
They do that to me.
Shout out, Steve. I appreciate him calling in for me. Now, he didn't even have anything for you.
Well, I
Some
know.
are saying this is Spider's show now.
It would help. What you got, Toogs?
Chicken Lancaster. I don't think it's that chicken though.
Hey, what's up, Rico? What's up, Spider? Just want to give a quick shout out. Spider, great referee, very modest guy. I know you're not going to go out and make it about you, but I thought you did a great job in the home run derby. Rico, healthy debate. I know we're getting into basketball season here. I've noticed over time we've been getting away from the traditional basketball warm-up of the rip-off pants with the big-ass, short sleeve shirt, kind of old school look. Now the kids are kind of just going long sleeve, no pants, just kind of game shorts. It's a little, I don't know. I kind of lost a little mystique. Well, I'd like to hear your thoughts there.
Yeah. No, listen, the striped pants, they only work in Indiana. I know Tennessee does it. Shooting shirts, I used like the big baggy shooting shirts. I don't know if I love. Here's my ultimate look. I do think we need the snaps. The snap pants.
That's what I said the snaps, not the stripes. I said snaps.
The snap pants were elite. And then you used to get, my dad used to get super mad if you unhooked all of them and screwed it up. We didn't know how to put them back together. So he would have to put it back together. I like the snap pants, and I like a short sleeve T-shirt over. That's always how I wanted to warm up.
I got one. Thanks for calling in, Chicken. Healthy debate. Is it rude to spit on people or in videos?
No, I'm not trying to. I also turned it.
I thought I saw that in the video in the gambling cave.
Yeah, well, that was the chair.
Chair, Spider, it doesn't matter. Keep it in your mouth.
Same guys. It's
That's
not
what she said.
Not intentional. Thanks, Chicken. Hey, that's the only productive thing from Lancaster that we've seen on these airwaves. Thank you, Chicken. I don't know about that. Next one.
Tony, Jersey.
Hey, what's up, boys? Rico, Spider. Not sure if, this kind of flew under the radar. If you guys watch the Smoke Show, Nikki Smokes with Big Tone and Vic Monty, I think his name is. They do NFL picks. And, whatever, the show was kind of going on last week. And then Smokes had referenced how when he's with a chick and he's 69s, he's 69s on top. And then, I don't know, it kind of just went away. No one really picked up on it. And I just thought it was weird. So kind of healthy debate. You know what I'm saying? From a guy's point of view, where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I keep church and state separate. I kind of have a strong opinion just on how I would feel as a female. But Spider, you're in the game. I'm going to give you this one.
That's crazy. I mean, Nicky Smokes is a crazy guy, so that doesn't surprise me coming from him. But I would say he's in the minority there.
Just think if you're a girl, right, on the physics, okay? You're laying and you now have just ball sack dropping on your face. As much, listen, they're doing what they're doing to it. Obviously, it's they're in for the dirty shit, but it's still kind of gross. And then their ass is in our ass is not nice. Their asses are nice. Yeah. So that's where it's got to be the other way.
I don't know. I feel like this generation, all the girls are obsessed with choking, and 50 Shades of Grey fucked it up for everybody. I feel like maybe they might be into it if you got out of the shower fresh.
69ing?
On top 69ing.
I think 69ing is something you do 2 times when you're 18 and you never look back.
Yeah.
That was cool. I did that. We did that porno scene. I don't know anyone actively that's 27 being holy shit, I 69 last night. If you 69 last night, I was did you also enjoy losing your virginity last night?
Also, no shade to Nicky Smokes. This is not me commenting on his appendage, but if you're face down and you're on top of her, I feel like you're not going to be able to get the full length into her unless you're like physically choking her the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, he's on top, right?
He's on top, we're saying. So, like, she's going to be, like, planted into the mattress. It's going to be super uncomfortable.
Dude, there's also no world, just thinking of the math right now. I don't know how to visually show you guys. But, like, you have to, like, be, like, doing, like, all fours. Like, you have to be holding yourself up. You can't just drop your body weight on her.
Healthy debate. Lay down because you get to relax.
Dad.
You're basically doing a plank the other way. What is
doing tricks on
Nicky Smokes is doing like core. He's a hardo. He don't look like he's in great shape.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
I don't know. I think if we don't have a lot of females call, and the girl who called yesterday is married, so we're never going to subject her to that or getting married. But I think you survey 100 to 1,000 girls, you need to go to probably 10,000 to get 100 to say, yeah, I'm okay with like balls in my face. I think anyone like you, Dukes, is kind of taboo. You're right, but yeah, I think they want to be on top.
Yeah, and there's also this, Bosco. I mean, I don't want to really get into sex lives on a PG show, but I mean, if we're talking male to male, person to person, respective guys over here, if I'm doing the business on her, I just got to focus on one thing. I can't even text and walk. I can't like be getting the business and giving the business at the same time. Like, just focus on one thing at a time.
Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Nicky Smokes about that.
Yeah, we need to get maybe tomorrow.
I don't know if I fuck. No, not here. Like maybe in passing.
You think he's?
I don't need a breakdown. I don't need a breakdown of why he does that. All right, it's one of those things. Like, you know what?
The fans might.
Their own, man.
Yeah,
he's definitely a titty fucking guy, by the way. I know Max isn't, but like he's definitely one of those guys, right? Am I wrong? I'm not like.
Nah, he seems.
Yeah,
that's
like.
Seems like a 12. Yeah, he
Which
seems
also
like
overrated.
Yes, like he's exactly what I was going to. The 18-year-old shit. That's just him.
getting hand jobs in the Uber on the way home because he can't wait. Like
He
he's
said
a
he
nut.
got head on the Amtrak or the
on the Greyhound bus. That's an all-time.
The Greyhound bus?
He's so unbelievable. I love him.
Greyhound bus. He said, "I got head on a Greyhound." He's a psychopath. He's perfect though. He works well, and I think him doing stuff. My advice would keep doing stuff with Eddie. That's a good balance. Like I want him on every snake draft. I said I'm still workshopping like teams of a snake draft. He would be one of my first picks. I think he's unbelievable.
No woman on a Greyhound bus has teeth, so I don't know how that could have went.
Probably went perfect.
Honestly, yeah. Maybe.
No teeth. Have you guys ever seen that Vine where it's like so no head and the guy like breaks his skateboard?
Yeah.
That's Nicky Smokes.
Yeah.
So no hand job on the Greyhound.
Next one.
Steve, Long Island.
Rico, you got me?
Yeah.
What's up, Spider? All right, Rico, I thought you and Dukes were excellent on the live stream last night. I really enjoyed it. Duke's been freaking cooking. But now you're back in Chicago. You sound like you're a little run down. Maybe bump up like the emergency and the zinc, speaking of healthy debates. Anyway, healthy debate. I know you said that wedding crashers thing was a Southern thing. My buddy just got his engagement party gift lifted by some old lady like a couple months ago. I guess like you wouldn't be surprised like if you assume some uncle's brother's cousin that's there. You walk away from the box for a minute, like you don't know who these people are, and you probably sit by figuring out who isn't there after the first course, after the cocktail hour, because there's always last minute cancellations. Like if you wanted to actually crash a wedding. I'll tell you from recent, like, personal experience, you guard that box or that bird cage or whatever the freak it is that has a loot, you guard it with your life. It's probably more likely to lift one of those things than you think. Healthy debate.
Yeah, I'll go off of that. Healthy debate. What are some of the worst scumbag crimes? Like when you hit adult life, like obviously murder, fucking like what I'm just saying, like dirtbag, like that's where Skell comes from. The guy who takes the money from a wedding, that's Skell. People keep asking, like, what's Skell? Like, the guy who skimps out on dinner. Like, we're all 27, 30 years old. Yeah. All right, we're going to go out for dinner. It's like, bro, you can't. Yeah, like, come on. Like, you're a Skell. So, like, that's a Skell move. What are the big-time, like, Skellish moves that you would be like, you know what? I'm not hanging out with that guy anymore.
I mean, I think that's a top one. Like, white-collar fucking crimes like that. Stealing from someone's wedding or shit like that. Or, like, fake panhandling, like
Spider to the top of the mic if you can.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll lower it.
Oh, too low.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think stealing from the wedding is definitely probably one of the top ones. Granted, that's probably like a felony and a legit like jail sentence. There's got to be ones that are like not
What do you think
Literally
about
illegal.
this? What do you think about people always being underdressed?
Asshole move.
Like, so but it's, I'm not saying, like, I'm not judging, like, you come in with a Primark shirt or a shirt from Macy's on the clearance rack. That's a button up.
Right.
Like, I'm not,
You're
like, how much you
trying.
pay for that? Oh, you didn't pay, if you didn't pay $100, I'm not judging you for that. What I'm saying is you're always underdressed. It could be anything from like an athletic awards dinner to a fucking wedding to an engagement party. You
To
always
a
show
Dunkin'
up.
Donuts award show. I don't think there's an excuse. Healthy debate, there's no excuse. If you know and they say on the invitation, like, hey, business casual or like whatever it may be, or there's an expectation from your boss to dress up and there's an expectation like, hey, we have sponsors we're trying to impress, dress nicely. And people come out like, we get it. Some people's brand is like casual, like Adam Sandler underdress vibe. But at the same time, put a little effort in. Healthy debate.
Yeah, not even work related. Just more so like you show up to a wedding and it's like this guy, or you go to weddings with the same, like maybe you go to 3 weddings a year and the person has the same shirt and tie. Like, bro, like I don't know. Maybe
Some
that's
people are prepared for weddings.
Me being a little like diva-ish, but
Well,
like,
you live for weddings. Healthy debate. Rico,
we are a weddings. We're the number one
Rico
wedding
makes
show.
friends with people who he knows are soon to get married, just so he can go to the
I'm
wedding.
over the wedding thing now, but we're the number one wedding show. We're the number one wedding show out there. So, all right, let's go fourth quarter. Dukes, how many you got?
We got a couple, but Bosco, I think another scale move is like if somebody was wrong about Danny Hurley leaving Wagner, I think that's a pretty scale move in your 20s. Like,
I had to make him apologize. He was shook. He was shook. Like, oh my God, I only deal with this guy on the internet. Now he's really here. And I was like, and he's sitting down, so I was standing over him. Like, now I'm not physically, but like, he's like,
Did you spit on him?
No, I didn't. Go to the fourth quarter. Fucking unbelievable. All right, empty the clip.
Steve,
Ben.
Steve, you're on the air. What
No,
do you
we
got?
already had Steve.
Oh, my
Catch
fault.
up.
My fault.
Ben, Nashville.
Hey, what's up, boys? Healthy debate. I saw a debate this morning about if the best high school men's basketball team in the country could beat the WNBA champs. No disrespect to women, but I kind of think Cooper Flagg's skipping from 50.
Oh, wait. No, the debate was they were going to beat Division I men's teams.
No, I saw the best high school basketball team could beat the WNBA champs.
No. The debate.
No chance?
Dude, pull it up. The
No,
debate
Bosco, you guys are both right, by the way. Clay Travis stole San Diego State. Clay Travis said that the best high school men's team could beat the WNBA champs. He also said any state. He said any state champ could beat the WNBA champs, and then he just happened to say Montverde or whatever. So, whoa.
What the fuck was that?
That's Montverde. They're
Yeah,
friends
Montverde.
of the program. I don't know about high school.
Can I give you perspective?
All right, so here's the thing. The difference between men and women is obviously the physicality. Those kids haven't necessarily hit like their peak physicality. In one more year in college, yes, I do think they could give the Aces a very, very good game. Becky Hammond's an unbelievable coach, so you got to factor that in. I got Becky Hammond, no disrespect to Kevin Boyle, but I got Becky Hammond against Kevin Boyle. Becky Hammond knows what she's doing. Now,
yeah, I think 7-game series, it's got to be the women, but I think one game.
Yeah, one game, anything can happen. But can that high school team win a bunch of conferences, mid-major conferences, like they said? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way Montverde wins a majority of conferences. That's just a fact.
For perspective, too, the U15 MLS, like whatever the MLS team in Texas is, the U15 training squad beat the U.S. women's national team. In soccer, two different sports, but
soccer.
Yeah, I had buddies in college that would scrimmage the Ohio State women's team, and like that was their scrimmages, and they said every day it's like back and forth. I mean, and these kids weren't like D1 prospects; they were just on like a rec league team.
Yeah.
My buddy went to Seton Hall and he said the girls' team used to play in like the rec league and just give everybody buckets.
yeah, they would. I think women don't get enough credit for how skillful they are.
Yeah.
In the WNBA.
I agree; they're definitely more skillful, probably better shooters, but the physicality matchup could be tough.
Facts.
So I think if they're in high school, they still might not be like fully, prepared to take on the
no,
women.
I haven't. These guys are men. That's the difference, especially in small colleges like Division III. For us, we needed to get. If you had a lot of juniors and seniors, especially on your offensive line, you cook teams because it's just men versus boys. No matter how good that freshman is, he's getting cooked. So, all right, Dukes, empty the clip.
Bye, Ben.
It doesn't.
Nick, Canada.
Fellas, happy Tuesday. Nick from Canada, as always. Healthy debate, potentially unhealthy. I apologize in advance. I remember that there was an event that happened last weekend where somebody got so upset that they lost a half-court contest, and then on Viva La Stool TV, there was another gentleman who was taking shots at said person. Yet the person taking shots somehow managed to shit their pants and are proud of it, took a $15,000 loan and is proud of it, and is threatening to euthanize the old dog. No. The old dog knows how to bite. There's a reason the old dog still exists. Sit down, little puppy. Go to your corner. Find a show, bud. Healthy debate. But that's just hypothetical, of course.
I am changed in the sense that I do think peace in the world is probably best for all, okay? You're an outside person.
You had us doing burpees.
Right,
you had us doing burpees. Let's out.
All right, Nick. All right. Maniac.
He's on the back end.
You're a guy delivering the mail. Maybe you live across the street. You're seeing this struggle with the two dogs. What's your advice? They got to get together. They got to figure it out. Do you happen to see that the old dog is getting kicked to the side? What do you got?
I think the dog's got to figure it out. I mean, it's not past the point where they can't coexist. If it gets too bad, like it was with maybe the old dog and maybe a former old dog who used to work here, they might have to be separated, and we maybe need to rehouse either the old dog or the puppy so they're in different places. Although they currently are in different places now, and this question is still being posed.
Listen,
so
the old dog embraced the young puppy early. They're the tightest of friends, outside the world, hanging out on the phone.
Explain to the world the situation.
I think if you have to piss outside and the sheets are a little cold at night, you're not sleeping in the bed. That's all. I just think it's noticeable.
Is there not enough kibble for everybody? I feel like there is.
Is it the old dog just thinking like, oh, the cute little puppy gets way more love than me? Like,
I think it's just that. Yeah, I think it's just that we still exist.
Think of how long you were the only dog getting belly rubs. You're still getting them, maybe not as much.
Fair. That's fair.
Do you feel like a middle child?
Yeah, fair. I don't know if I ever got belly rubs like he gets belly rubs. Maybe
some puppies are cuter than others.
Okay, you're right. It's a good. I got into the game late. It's a good call, Nick, you psychopath. All right, empty the clip.
Nick, any rebuttal?
No, I'm just saying that we're doing burpees, we're working hard, and this is the type of stuff that we shouldn't let fly. It is so disrespectful. The old pup still runs the house. Love you, Bosco. Love you, fellas. Shout out to my boy Herms. Fuck you, Jersey Jerry.
All right, next one. These guys are riled up, man.
Dan, Brooklyn.
Hey, Rico, what's up?
Up.
What's up, Rico? All right, I got a little NBA here. I don't think there's any team or place in the league for James Harden. You can't convince me a contending team would take him anymore after this Clippers disaster, and I'm calling it a disaster after 4 games. Young teams won't take him. Rebuilding teams won't take him. This is Harden's last stop, and he'll be out of the league in 2 years.
Sadly, I think a guy who could still play and score is going to find a spot in the league. But yes, I agree with you. Too much baggage.
He's a locker room cancer. He's the epitome of a locker room cancer. I don't think any superstar in the league would respect him enough to take him onto their team after this Clippers mess. I mean, it's only 4 games, but it's 4 bad games, and you could say it's only been 5 good games before he got there. But I look back to last postseason, Westbrook looked the best he's looked in years. He looks like a mess now that Harden's got there. Young teams, I don't think his skill is enough to overweigh what he comes with. I think he's done.
Yeah, you never want your superstars fighting. Causes problems in the locker room. Spider, you're the NBA guy. Is he out in 2 years?
Yeah, I'm a Nets fan. I know exactly how bad he is for the locker room. I wanted him in Brooklyn. Then we all saw that experiment go wrong. I don't really like him on the Clippers. There's only one ball. You look at the playmakers they have; they're all relatively ball hoggish. So I don't necessarily disagree with Dan, but at the same time, I think he's going to be fine. I think he'll probably be in the league longer.
He'll always be, right?
In
Yeah,
2
that's-
years.
that's the sad part.
And I kind of see it like LeBron. Like I could see him teaming up with someone like LeBron or a vet late trying to chase a ring. So
yeah. How did you become a Nets fan growing up in Connecticut?
So when I went to Fordham, we all got assigned different beat reporters from New York City pro teams. So Tommy Smokes with Bennett, all 4 years, got like the Yankees, the Rangers, all the good teams. I, as a transfer, had last pick. The Nets were trash. No one wanted to cover them. No one wanted to go from Bronx to Brooklyn. Shout out Dan in Brooklyn. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So then I went, they let me follow their PR Twitter account, which breaks all their news about lineups and trades, hirings, firings, etc. So I've been following that since like 2013, and I was the first person to have Steve fired from Brooklyn Nets. Not to brag.
Sick. I like it. All right, next one, Dukes.
Last one, unless someone else calls in at the last minute. Graham from Philly.
What's up,
Hey,
Graham?
what's up, guys? Hey, healthy debate. It's not sports related. It's just life related. I think it's crazy that there's people that are grown adults, man or woman, that's like, I can't cook. Like, they don't know how to cook and refuse to, like, learn.
You got to learn something, right? Like you got even as simple as frying a chicken cutlet. You got to be able to learn how to do that.
I love that. That's your benchmark.
I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Or like a Snickers pie.
Yeah, it's just real.
Yeah, at least cook something angry.
Repurposing ice cream. Yeah, I think you do need to know how to cook. When you start now, listen, the grocery store prices with Joey B are brutal. Like you're probably better off ordering out. But when you start ordering out every night, you add up. If you go to a grocery store, how much money you can save. A big pack of chicken, $18.
Yeah.
Big pack of steak, like $20. That's gives you 3 nights, whatever. Like
I think the only people that this is an excuse for, and there's like maybe like 1% of the population, is just people that have like grown up their entire life in an urban metropolis in a place like New York.
True.
Where you don't really have a kitchen. You might have like a 1 burner and a small sink, but
cooking with roommates sucks.
Yeah, aside from that, like I don't think there's stuff to cook.
You got to figure it out. Learn something. Life skills. Learn.
It's crazy that there's like, it's one thing that gets a pass for some reason of like a normal adult thing to know how to do. And some people that I know are just like, oh yeah, I can't cook anything. And it's like, dude, what do you do when, let's say you want like chicken parm or something and you're like, oh, I'll cook it. Like, I don't know. It just seems like super immature. Some people just get a pass. It's crazy.
I say this all the time too. College, why are we taking an intro to science class when I'm a fucking business major and I got to go get that credit? Those 3 credits teach me how to manage a bank account, teach me about taxes, teach me about investing, teach me how to cook, teach me how to do their laundry. Like, it sounds dumb.
I had cooking classes in high school. Did you guys have to take
I
like,
didn't
a home
have
ec
that.
class
No.
or something?
No, we didn't, but you should.
Yeah, I think like for one, like half a year or something, senior.
Yeah, something like an elective or have clubs. Like, there's no shame in that. I mean, no, it is what it is, but that's a good call. All right, 2-minute drill. Guest pick, Spider. We'll go back and forth. I'll take one, you take one, I'll take one, you take one in the 2-minute drill.
So, Rico, you do the first one because the first one's specifically about last night.
All right.
Yep. All right, 2-minute drill. Rank last night on your list of bad beats all time.
Like I said, I didn't bet the game straight up, but bad beats survivor-wise, it's 2. The worst one was Christmas Eve when I had the pool 1 on a double pick week, and the Rams blew a 2-touchdown lead against the 49ers. So that ruined Christmas. That was the second worst, just in how fucking painful.
Spider,
so that's second worst.
Spider, if you could go back in time and give your parents any advice before you were born about raising you, what would you give them?
Trust the process. See the big picture. Invest in what I'm interested in. Not I don't know, just like Rico said, not the intro to science bullshit. Pursue what you're good at, what you're passionate about, what you're.
All right, Rico. Best and worst amusement parks in America. Give me one good one, one bad one.
Man, I'm not the right guy to ask because I didn't travel to a lot, but I will say Dorney Park stinks. I'll go Pennsylvania alone. Dorney Park stinks. Hershey Park, go.
Spider, is there anything wrong with Disney adults?
Yeah, Disney adults need to be
Careful.
They need to be
Careful.
investigated. It's a kids theme park. Unless you have children of your own, you shouldn't really be going there as a grown up. There's other places, there's other amusements, there's other attractions. You have to understand the criticism that people give you if you're a Disney adult.
Wow.
Rico, if you could go back in time and redo any argument in your life, which argument would it be?
Probably the contract negotiation 2 years ago.
What information would you bring differently or present differently?
Maybe not lose my head.
That's fair. Okay, Spider, if you could bring back any canceled TV series or show, what would you bring back?
It's gotta be Rob Dyrdek, something Fantasy Factory, or Robin Big. One of those two.
All right, great.
Which one? Rob or Big?
I would probably Robin Big would probably be my number one. When I was in high school, I used to come home and watch that show, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Those guys had great chemistry, and they were always doing something fun. So yeah, probably would be my number one. Or I got another one.
What about
Sorry.
this one? Stump the Schwab with Frank.
I don't know that one, but I was gonna say TRL on MTV.
Oh, you were old enough to get that?
Make MTV music again.
You were old enough to get a TRL? Did you watch it with Carson Daly?
No,
No, you saw the tail end.
I did the one where they were in Times Square.
Yes, that's Carson Daly.
Yeah, I think.
But how old are you?
27.
So
I don't
when
know
I
if
was
it was
no,
Carson
hold
Daly,
on.
don't quote
When
me
I
on
was
that.
watching it, I was like 12 when it was in its peak. 12 to 14.
Yeah,
You would have been 2 to
I think
4.
I watched like the reboot,
Okay.
but it was still fun.
Let me tell you something.
The original was way better.
Bro, go. Go.
They still need something like that on MTV. Less of this Teen Mom shit. You know what I mean?
Go.
More music, more
Go.
Robin.
You know what it is? We kind of replaced. So now when you do a media tour, you do a morning show like Good Morning America, and at night you do a late night show. In between, it was like, what do I do? They
come to
did TRL.
Barstool.
Now you come to Barstool.
Yeah.
So like, I guess we don't need TRL
Yeah.
back. We don't want more.
You're right. I'll stick with Robin Big then.
Stick with Robin Big, but Carson Daly's my guy, bro. One of my top 5 celebrities I would want to meet. So, all right, great show, Spider. Thanks for weighing in, man. Sorry for the ricochet shots. Like and subscribe. We will see you tomorrow from Chicago. Everybody loves a healthy debate.